Lizzo, why don't you clap back? Why don't you clap back? Because I'm winning, ho.
What's going on, y'all? Grind to Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And that was Lizzo's recent response to Aries Spears' comments in the media. Of course, let me know what you think about the response. Next, we're going to listen to Aries Spears' original statement and see what we think. Of course, I'm going to give my thoughts. I'd like you to give your thoughts as well.
Yo, you know somebody that actually make good music, man? Lizzo.
Lizzo?
Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like, as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the emoji.
Yo.
Very beautiful girl. She's got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body on. Like, come on, man. Come on, yo. I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't the most in shape in the world, but I still, you know, when you funny and you got swagger and confidence and you decent looking, I think I'm at least handsome, you get me. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble.
Oh, shit.
So what y'all think about that? I wholeheartedly agree, but I would say that the delivery was a little harsh, and I would also say the deliverer was somebody who probably can't be talking too much. But I do wholeheartedly agree. Lizzo is very out of shape, and that is what I noticed more than her music. I didn't know that she made music for at least a month of knowing who she was. I thought she was just a body positive wannabe model out here in these streets, and everybody was just big up again and everything like that. So that shows a lot. I think that, you know, her being big and all this kind of stuff overshadows what she really does. I think I've only heard maybe one song of her still to this day. I'm not ready to go out there and go seek her out, but yeah, I haven't heard much of her music. Of course, you know, women were coming to her defense and saying, who is he to say this? Who he? Why he doing this? And it's like, why are we still playing around with all this kind of stuff? Why are we living in this Twilight Zone world where up is down and down is up and all this kind of stuff, man? She's out of shape. And ladies, there is some truth to what he said. Yeah, there are going to be a small minority of men that will want you because you're big and they like that and they have a fetish for that. But for the most part, your potential suitors are going to be very low numbers. And if they do want you, they might just want you for that fetish, and they want to get you on up out of there for, you know, that one night. So you got to think about that. Also, you have to think about the fact that your health is in decline. A lot of women that are Lizzo's size, knees be hurt, they can't do all kind of stuff. They might act like they can do all kind of stuff. Lizzo be running around twerking and doing squats and splits and all this kind of stuff, bro. Lizzo's probably hurting, bro. Let's not act. You also have to think about the diabetes and all that, heart problems and stuff like that. Yeah, she ain't looking like it, but you don't know what she got going on under the hood. What them doctors be telling her in the behind-the-scenes stories and all that kind of stuff. So you have to stop defending that kind of stuff. And it's not like Lizzo, her lifestyle gets to transfer to yours. Lizzo has clout, and she has a little bit more money. So that's why she's able to get away with those things just a little bit more. The average woman, like I said earlier, you're going to have a hard time out here in these streets because men are mostly about the looks. So you need to be realistic with yourself. If you can't afford a gym, you better go and sign up for Planet Fitness. And this goes for both men and women right here. Unless you have a thyroid issue or some severe health complication, maybe you got into an accident that's left you down bad and immobile for a little chunk of time, there's absolutely no reason why you should not be getting in shape. A lot of y'all bit folks be in the pre-contemplation stage all the time. You think you don't have nothing to change or nothing. Y'all need to be in the contemplation stage. You best go look it up. But yeah, man, you guys think you don't have anything to change when you have everything to change. Like I said, your health is in order. Yeah, you might think, oh yeah, man, like Aries Spears sitting up talking about something. Yeah, I'm fat, but I got the swagger and charisma. And that again goes for men. You're not gonna have the same kind of situation that Aries Spears has. He has a little bit of clout. Yeah, folks don't really be out here knowing who Aries Spears is for real, but he has a little bit more clout than you do, so he's gonna get them folks. You ain't gonna get them. You gonna be looking like the dude that called in on Kevin Samuels' show that one time where he roasted him. But yeah, man, you need to get in shape out here in these streets, man. You go on, join the gym. If you're feeling intimidated, well, like a lot of y'all folks also be saying, hey, it's intimidating. I'm deconditioned. Yeah, you severely deconditioned because you've been eating crazy. You've been sitting on the couch all your life. Your mama been coddling you and buying them EBT carts worth of garbage food. And now you just don't know anything about working out. You don't wear the right shoes or nothing. But here's a few tips. Go online, find some workouts. You can always start off in the house. You don't have to be out here and about. If you're embarrassed, do some push-ups in your living room. Do some squats in your living room. Do some ab exercises in your living room. There are so many different videos that are big folk friendly. Oh yeah, well, it ain't working for me, or something like that, or it's boring. Go on a walk. You have a dog and you're keeping your dog hostage. Your dog is out here more active than you are. He wants to be active, but you sitting up keeping him hostage because you goddamn fat as hell. Walk with your dog. Go on a long walk. Maybe do about 40 minutes to an hour because you're big. Eventually you can stop. And then once you get past the point with the walking and everything, you start to lose a little bit of weight. You start to get a little bit more of a conditioning. Maybe you do, because walking is not really that impactful on the cardiovascular to me. As far as, I guess, performance, you can start running. And then, once you start running, just run for time. Then eventually start running for actual mileage and all that kind of stuff. Incorporate some sprints, incorporate some weights. And before you know it, you'll be there. Of course, you have to be having some patience. Because if you don't have some patience, you're going to be constantly looking on the scale and being like, oh, man, I'm big as hell, man. I only lost but 2 pounds. Of course, you're going to lose fat, and fat's going to be a different situation from the number on the scale. Also, man, make sure you're eating right. A lot of y'all jokers know you're not eating right. You know you're not eating right. You run up to Chick-fil-A every night. Chick-fil-A is great. We know that. But you go there every night. You know what you're putting in your system is not right. Just because you went and got the grilled sandwich instead of the fried sandwich, you didn't do no numbers. You still had bread. You still had all kind of sauce all over it. So you ain't really getting nowhere with that. So that's just something a little bit that you could do. Those are some real rudimentary surface level tips, but that's something you can do. So let's go on and dive into Lizzo's response to what Aries Spears said. How do you feel about what she said? Yeah, I ain't gonna respond because I'm winning. And I think she also said some garbage about, big folk being oppressed and all this kind of stuff. Man, stop the garbage, man. Stop the violence, man. Unless, like I said, you got a severe health problem that makes it such a complication for you to work out, you're not oppressed at all, bro. Get out of here. Stop the violence. You need to go in the gym and try to do something about it. But that is one thing I've noticed that all big people seem to go to when they have issues with their weight. It's like, yeah, you're big as hell. You probably got all kind of different ailments going on. But you winning. You got the material items. You have a nice car. But, yeah, you can't flip your girl over. Yeah, you can't get the man you want. Yeah, the doctor said, yeah, you better go out there and do something. We're going to have to chop your leg off and diabetes is coming for you. You can't, there's different things going on. So y'all got to stop that kind of stuff, man. This is very similar to the DJ Academic situation where he had that issue with Saint the Center. Saint the Center came for him, talked about how he's a weak man, culture vulture simp, and he's fat. But all DJ Academics could say was, oh, yo, but I got more clout money and all this kind of stuff. And I would argue that Lizzo's much more talented, so it's not really exactly the same thing, but it is the same thing. DJ Academics just uploads the video. He doesn't really have anything special to add on to it. He just said, oh, yeah, well, Cheek, got killed today. Oh, yeah, that's it. He doesn't have anything to say about how these folks should avoid this and how you should do that. He doesn't know anything about what he's talking about, so how could he add into it? But enough about him. Anyway, man, what do you guys think about it? Do you think it was a way of her overcompensating for, what's really going on? Should she really lose weight? Is being a big person, are you oppressed? I don't think you are. I don't think you're oppressed, because being big is one of the few things I think you have control over. Yeah, there are a few folks that don't have control over because of injuries and severe health complications, but for the most part, you've got control over that, so you need to take control about it. I also heard Mike Epps was running and jumping into her defense like a white knight. Man, Mike Epps, you a sucker, dog. he was straight up sucker. I think he's saying something about Aries Spears was dusty and all this kind of stuff. Which, Aries Spears, you a fat little glob and you slick dusty, bro, for real. But what you said was on point. Mike Epps, you still lame. I think Aries Spears also made a post talking about how Mike Epps called in saying, yeah, you a BAN and all this kind of stuff, and you need to stop riding black folks and all this kind of stuff. And bro, this is not a part of our culture that we care for. We don't care for somebody being big and out of shape. That's not what we want. Just like we don't care for folks gunning each other down and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's part of it, but that ain't the actual thing that, like, oh, that represents us, bro. What are you talking about? You a sucker. Was you out here busting on Lizzo on the low and that's why you felt so strongly about it? Or is one of your daughters big as hell and now you like, man, I wouldn't want my daughter to go through that because I didn't raise her right, and now she big as hell, so I don't want Aries Spears talking about it. Which one is it? But I think Mike Epps is a sucker for that. Yeah, Aries Spears was wrong in the way that he delivered it, but Mike Epps, stay in your lane, and like Aries Spears said, get your funny up, because you ain't always that funny. Everybody really only remembers you from Friday, and that's why we still like you. But other than that, bro, get your funny up, goddamn. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. How do you feel about Lizzo's response? How do you feel about what Aries Spears said? Do you agree with it? Or are you one of those folks like, man, body positive? I think that a lot of folks have been talking about it in my comment sections about, you know, what body positive really means. And I think they've been on point. They've been talking about how, you know, body positive would be like, yeah, I work on my health. Maybe I'm not the best body or the, you know, exactly the same aesthetics as the Gymshark model, but I work on my health and I am healthy. That's body positive. Not just running around here doing, whatever, I eat whatever, goddamn, I look whatever, I look however, I'm wearing a thong, but I got all kind of cottage cheese on my booty looking terrible. That ain't body positive. That's just goddamn, everybody don't want to look at you because you look bad. But that's it for the video right there, man. I guess the thing would be, man, don't be out here overcompensating for something when you really ain't that happy. Because are you really happy when you're big as hell? You living life on 30% in these streets. So, man, make sure you go and do something about it if you have the ability to. If you watched up to this point, thanks for watching, of course. Have a great day. Don't be big, and I will see you next time.